What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. I get this question a lot because I am an online personal trainer and in-person personal trainer. They say, Jerry, what's the difference and what's the advantages of going with an online trainer or an in-person trainer? And some people can't justify the money they can pay per session as they go in person, which could be like $35, $40. When they buy an online training package, you may have to pay $350, $400, $1,000, whatever they're paying for the thing. So they kind of take that cheaper route. Now, remember, you always get what you pay for. Now, in my personal opinion, and this happens a lot, when I first started training, I wanted to be in the gym. I wanted to be a personal trainer because I wanted to be in the gym. I love the gym. I love bodybuilding. I love doing that. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do my passion. That's what I wanted to do. And somewhere along the line, a lot of people realized you can make some decent money being a personal trainer. They didn't give a shit about training. They didn't give a fuck about the fitness. They didn't give a shit about anything. They gave a shit about the money. So they enter the fitness industry to become a trainer for the money, which that's fine. Now, I'm going to break it down why I personally think that, you know, going with these commercial trainers, which a lot of people do at the regular gyms, is not as good as having an online trainer who knows what they're doing. Now, let's say you start out with personal training, PT, at your gym, right? You have an individual that you're paying, let's just go $45 per session, right? And you do that once per week. $45 a week, right? That's what you're paying for your personal trainer. Now, what you can't forget is, out of this $45, the trainer is only getting about 30% of this, okay? So automatically, you're looking at like, you know, a drastically reduced fee that you're paying for that trainer for that session. Now, again, with this training session, he's getting 30%. Now, 95% of all these trainers in the gyms do not have any experience with diet. They have experience with cardio or supplements, okay? So these are the things that are, I want to say add-ons, but also important towards your fitness goals, right? Diet and supplements, especially diet. Now, as you go in there, I think people in general, they go in there and say, oh, I just want to have a good workout, I want to get my ass kicked. Let me explain why that really doesn't matter. Most of these trainers that have walked in off the street will literally try to gym as much as they possibly can within that hour or 45 minutes or whatever. The more shit they can throw in there, the more they think they're giving you a better workout, the more you think you're getting your ass kicked. Now, here's the deal. With what you're doing with this trainer, you have 60 minutes roughly, like 45 to 60 minutes per training session, right? Out of that training session, out of the rest of the day, you have 23 hours. Those 23 hours are actually what's more important than what's going on here. And those have more to do with diet and supplements than the actual training itself. If you get your ass kicked for an hour and you fuck everything else up over here that this trainer doesn't really understand about, you get no results. So therefore, you have these people walking in the gym and they hire the trainer and they get their ass kicked and then they come back and they go, Jerry, you know, I'm just not seeing the results that I want. And I said, okay, well, what about your diet? What about your supplements? You know, what about your cardio? And they said, well, they said I could just be active and like walk my dog around the block for cardio. So there was no progression with cardio. There was no understanding of the post-exercise oxygen consumption. There was no understanding. It was just calories in, calories out, which is like the basic thing. But that is not what long-term goals and fast results come from. It comes from also the diet, which you have to have a good understanding of how to adjust the diet per person. Now, supplements, you know, we'll leave that aside. I mean, regular multivitamin, whatever, that's the basics. That's cool. So diet, cardio, and supplements. Now, here's the thing about, you know, the online training. Let's just take, you know, for example, you had your PT that was $45 a session, okay? Or 45. Let's go $45 per session per week, right? Now let's say you're doing the online training. It's now $370 for 12 weeks, or $33 per week. It's actually cheaper to do the online training. If it's cheaper, Jerry, how can it be better? Because I'm not spending the actual time in the gym with the person, it allows that $33 to be spent differently, which means giving you the training program, okay, which is more advanced than the other training programs you're getting from the individual who just started, because I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm literally a master trainer. The diet, which gets adjusted weekly, okay, which is specific to you. It's not the general guidelines where they give you a food list. They say, try to eat better, use MyFitnessPal. This is specifically a diet geared towards you. Your supplement program that gets adjusted weekly if needed, and your cardio program with progression. Now, just like with your weight training, progression. progressive resistance. The same thing with cardio. If you're doing your cardio with progression, you are going to get sustainable, seeable, achievable results faster. So therefore, you have all these things that come in there. It's very specific to you and get adjusted weekly. And literally, your program is not going to look like anyone else's compared to over here where it's actually more expensive. And you basically get your ass kicked for that hour. But the rest of the 23 hours, you're on your own. They don't really know what to do. And by law, this individual here working at that gym cannot tell you what to do diet-wise unless he has a dietitian or whatever the nutritionist or dietitian license. So therefore, they can only make recommendations. They can't exactly tell you what your macros are or tell you what foods to eat, stuff like that. Whereas I still do the food list, but I'm very macro specific. So therefore, you have literally, you save money per week, you get more out of your money for the online training, and at the same time, it's specifically made to you and adjusted weekly. And let's say you have something come up in the middle of the week. Guess what? Middle of the week, you're not calling this guy on the phone or sending him an email to fucking ask him a question. You got to go to the gym and ask him there if he's not already with a client. With me, you just hit me up an email. I'll answer you. It's that simple. So to me, you know, the way that I arranged my online training program, I wanted to make sure that you were getting way more than what you're going to get at the gym. Now, don't get me wrong. You can find trainers at the gym that will do like the diet, the training, posing, they'll fucking do everything, but you're not paying $45 a session. You're paying anywhere from $75 to $120 per session, and posing and stuff like that are add-ons. Diets and stuff like that are add-ons. So you're looking at $75 per session. Let's just throw some numbers out there, right? $75 per session. That's each workout. Plus, if you're going to do posing, I know my posing coach would charge $70 for that hour. Okay, so you're already up to $145 for just that's for the 1 week. And also, a lot of guys, what they'll do is per diet, they'll charge you $100 per diet along with your training programs because they can in person. So you're looking at like $245 per week. Well, once you pay the diet fee, and you're not paying that again. So you're looking at $145 per week if you're doing posing and stuff with that one trainer, and that's in person. So you got to understand, you get what you pay for. I designed this specifically to be affordable so I could work with more people and I could work with them around the world. That was the big thing with online training, is I had viewers, followers. I don't like to call them fans. I don't have fans. I have viewers, I have followers, I have, you know, people that pay attention to what I'm doing. I wanted to be able to work with them all around the world, and that's why I developed the program that was online. So be aware, guys, just because you go to the gym and you pay a trainer to kick your ass for an hour does not mean you're going to get results, the results you want, lasting results, or in the end, attain your goal. It does not mean that. It does not guarantee that. And when you're going to these commercial gyms, I remember I used to be there, and I go to one myself at Export Fitness, and I know what these trainers know. And I listen to them, and I talk to them, and I try to understand where they're coming from. And the fact that they're getting paid so little, like, you know, 30% of 45 would be the upper part. Most of them are 15 to 20% is they're getting paid out of that, and the gym gets the rest. So how highly motivated are they to get you your results when they're being underpaid, overworked, and they don't actually have the knowledge to be able to get you where you need to be? Hopefully you guys understand this. Makes sense to you guys. I'm Biosphere, and I approve this message, and we are out.